Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. He comes down with that one. That's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play.
Some trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stevenson. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, probably that's the start that you want right there. And he knows for the entire offseason, throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. McCaffrey running up the middle. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down, Stevenson. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Stevenson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevenson out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They go to Johnson again. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Johnson is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Knocked that down for a win, and the defense is coming.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevenson. This is caught by Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That certainly has to feel good. That's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Stevenson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. The very first play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on this. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
After the sack on first down, Prescott buying time to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On second and goal, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Things have been going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And it's intercepted. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stevenson taking a shot here for Marshall. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get into field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The kick by Lutz is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion comes the tight end left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
But he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a dump off here complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Stevenson. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Double coverage reserve receivers and tight ends. This time, they actually targeted the running back with it. And it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to hold the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Prescott. That's underneath to Pierce, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And they'll work this down inside the 30. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Stevenson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number at 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Try to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
First and 10, it's Pierce. This break, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4. Here's Prescott. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a big 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance to be firm. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw on 2nd down. Stevenson. That caught by Tremble. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's 16-1, but they're still going to convert on 3rd.
This is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks those up, they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Back to throw. Stevenson.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Third down, Stevenson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Cowboys take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw, Prescott.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Dak.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Let's face it, this defense has had to share struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Prescott.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
The CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Carolina, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.